And as the cases hit a new record high, Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottom took some immediate action just about an hour ago, announcing that she is sending the city back into phase 1 of its reopening plan.
So let's explain what these recommendations mean. Residents are being asked to stay at home except for essential trips. Restaurants are being asked to shift to go and delivery orders only, and non-essential city facilities will remain closed. Again, these are recommendations from the city, but they are not mandates. The governor's office just sent us this statement regarding Atlanta reverting back to phase 1. Mayor Bottom's action today is merely guidance, both non-binding and legally unenforceable. As clearly stated in the governor's executive order, no local action can be more or less restrictive, and that rule applies statewide. Once again, if the mayor actually wants to flatten the curve in Atlanta, she should start enforcing state restrictions, which she has failed to do. You can read the governor's full statement on 11alive.com.
In addition to coronavirus cases, the number of people seeking medical care at the hospital is also growing, spurring Governor Brian Kemp to once more reconfigure the Georgia World Congress Center as an overflow hospital for COVID patients. As we look at Georgia's numbers, we see 35 deaths were reported just today.